Hi there, my name is Steve, this is TQA Weekly, and we're going to be talking about safe thermal thresholds for processors, graphics cards, and other hardware. Because of a conversation I was having with somebody on Reddit, which is related to gaming, a game engine, and all that great stuff. You see, let's start off from the top. Your processor, graphics cards, and other hardware come with the sufficient cooling required. Whether it's air cooling or other, whether it's heat sinks, fans, or other stuff, whether it's shipped with or pre-installed, they usually come with all the cooling that they require. You're told that proper thermal paste usage is important, which is true. You are told to keep your fans and heat sinks clean because that's important, which is true. However, the question is, how hot is too hot? Because too many people are worried about supposedly high temperatures. And trying to figure out where this came from is a little complicated because there's no real way of figuring out where this came from. I mean, maybe we're equating the temperature of our computer to our own bodies, and we believe that anything that our bodies can't sustain is dangerous for a computer, which is ridiculous. But it has also been demonstrated over and over and over again that computers do not immediately die from lack of airflow, improper thermal paste usage, clogged fans and heat sinks, and the majority of computers anyway continue to function without the users actually cleaning them out for weeks, months, years on end. And there's also the fact that most of us could probably agree that there is a near infinite possibility of computer configurations, even with mass-produced computers like those made by Dell, Apple, and other companies. And even if they were mass-produced, there are differences between each of the specific computers actually requested by each of the clients. And because of that, it is very hard and near impossible to come up with a 100% certain way of predicting the unpredictable state of software and hardware from one computer to the next. Even if you were to take two supposedly identical computers, the fact that they are in two different environments can mean a lot. And this is why doing tests on a single computer is nonsense. Now, the last part is the safe thermal threshold for processors and graphics cards. What do you think is a safe thermal limit for your processor and graphics card? Is it 40 Celsius? 60 Celsius? Is it the 80 Celsius the person on Reddit was worried about? Actually, it's higher. It's not that much higher than 80. It's pretty damn close to 100 degrees Celsius, which would definitely kill a human and boil water. However, when you get to that temperature, graphics cards, CPUs, and all of that do some very nifty things to lower the temperature, and we call this thermal throttling. And because of that, our computers and our hardware continue to operate in accepted safe thermal limits. You know, the kind that engineers tested for in the lab, not us, 18 inches in front of a computer screen. And this is why most people will never experience a problem related to the temperature and their computer failing, because engineers actually dealt with that for us. So, regardless of what the maximum temperature considered safe is, provided that you don't tamper with the actual thermal sensors, that you do have adequate cooling on the graphics cards, CPUs, and all that, you should never see your hardware die because of temperature. And therefore, it is one of the last things that we should really be panicking about. I'm not saying don't worry about it. What I'm saying is that you should stop underestimating your hardware and stop comparing it to a human being. Because we don't operate very well when we're dirty. We don't operate very well when we are too hot. But your graphics card apparently just doesn't care, and it will continue to play your video game whether some other person likes it or not. After all, Not all gaming engines and applications are created equal, and very few computers are completely identical. So therefore, engineers along the line had to do some very nice hardware engineering to make sure that that graphics card, that processor, and all that hardware functions regardless of what configuration you actually put it in. Like if you like it, dislike it if you didn't, share with those that you think can benefit from this, and don't forget to subscribe. And if you have any comments, questions, even suggestions for topics, email me at ask@tqaweekly.com or go to my website, tqaweekly.com, where you can see other show notes for this episode, past others, find other ways of subscribing, and use the contact form to email me directly. And if you want to see me play video games, sometimes with my friends, go to twitch.tv/zaxis1981. On that page is the schedule of my gaming. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.